Our thoughts, emotions, and experiences are not ethereal wisps of consciousness. They are rooted in the physical reality of our brains. Every thought, every feeling corresponds to a complex interplay of chemical and electrical activity within the intricate neural networks of our minds. This intricate dance of neurotransmitters and electrical impulses forms the basis of our conscious experience. Understanding this connection is crucial to grasping how our thoughts shape our reality. The human brain is composed of billions of neurons, specialized cells that communicate with each other through electrical and chemical signals. These signals are transmitted across synapses, the tiny gaps between neurons. When a neuron fires, it releases neurotransmitters, chemical messengers that travel across the synapse and bind to receptors on the receiving neuron. This process triggers a cascade of events that ultimately leads to the generation of thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. The brain's activity is not random. It is organized into distinct patterns that reflect our thoughts and experiences. These patterns are constantly changing, adapting to the ever-shifting landscape of our internal and external worlds. As we learn and grow, new connections are formed between neurons, strengthening existing pathways and creating new ones. This process of neural plasticity allows us to adapt to new situations and learn from our experiences. Our thoughts are not merely passive reflections of reality. They are active agents that shape the very structure and function of our brains. The intricate interplay of chemical and electrical activity within our brains gives rise to the rich tapestry of our conscious experience. From the simple act of perceiving a color to the complex process of solving a problem, every mental event is rooted in the physical reality of our brains. By understanding the chemical symphony of thought, we can begin to appreciate the profound connection between our minds and the world around us. Neurotransmitters, the brain's chemical messengers, shape our moods and well-being. Key players include serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine. Serotonin boosts happiness, dopamine drives motivation, and norepinephrine manages stress. Engaging in positive activities promotes these neurotransmitters, enhancing well-being. The default mode network, or DMN, is a network of brain regions that becomes active when we are not focused on the external world. It is involved in self-referential thinking, mind-wandering, and daydreaming. This network plays a crucial role in our sense of self, our memories, and our ability to imagine the future. The DMN is active when we are reflecting on our own thoughts and feelings, recalling past experiences, or envisioning future possibilities. The DMN is a complex network that involves several different brain regions, including the medial prefrontal cortex, posterior cingulate cortex, and angular gyrus. These regions work together to create a sense of self and to process information related to our personal experiences. When the DMN is active, we are essentially immersed in our own internal world. This can be a source of creativity and insight, but it can also lead to rumination and anxiety. When we are engaged in tasks that require focused attention on the external world, the DMN becomes less active. This allows us to direct our cognitive resources towards the task at hand. However, when we are not actively engaged in a task, the DMN kicks in, allowing our minds to wander and explore our inner landscape. This mind-wandering can be beneficial as it allows us to process information and make new connections. However, excessive mind-wandering can also be detrimental, as it can lead to distraction and decreased productivity. Understanding the DMN and its role in self-referential thinking can provide valuable insights into our own mental processes. By learning to regulate the activity of the DMN, we can cultivate greater focus and attention, reduce rumination and anxiety, and enhance our overall sense of well-being. Practices such as meditation and mindfulness can help us to become more aware of our thoughts and feelings and to cultivate a more balanced relationship with our inner world. Section 4. Cognitive Schemas. Filters of reality. Cognitive schemas are mental frameworks that we use to organize and interpret information about the world. These schemas are developed through our experiences and act as filters, shaping how we perceive and interact with our environment. They influence our attention, memory, and judgments, effectively creating a personalized lens through which we view reality. These mental shortcuts allow us to process information efficiently, but they can also lead to biases and distortions in our perceptions. Our schemas are constantly being updated as we encounter new information. When we encounter information that is consistent with our existing schemas, it is easily integrated into our understanding of the world. However, when we encounter information that contradicts our schemas, it can create cognitive dissonance. This dissonance can lead us to either reject the new information or modify our existing schemas to accommodate it. The process of schema adaptation is essential for learning and growth. Schemas play a crucial role in social interactions. They help us to understand the behavior of others and to predict how they will react in different situations. Our schemas about different social groups can influence our attitudes and behaviors towards those groups. These social schemas can contribute to stereotypes and prejudice if they are based on inaccurate or incomplete information. Becoming aware of our own schemas and how they influence our social interactions is essential for promoting tolerance and understanding. Cognitive schemas are fundamental to how we navigate the complexities of life. They provide us with a framework for understanding the world, but they can also limit our perspectives if they become rigid and inflexible. By recognizing the role of schemas in shaping our perceptions, we can cultivate greater open-mindedness, challenge our biases, and develop a more nuanced and accurate understanding of reality. This allows us to become more adaptable and resilient in the face of new information and changing circumstances. Section 5. Echoes of Thought Transgenerational Patterns. The concept of transgenerational transmission of thought patterns suggests that our thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors can be passed down from one generation to the next. While not directly inherited through genes, these patterns are transmitted through social learning, cultural narratives, and family dynamics. This means that the ways we think and behave can be influenced by the experiences of our ancestors, shaping our own realities in ways we may not even be aware of. This intergenerational transmission can have a profound impact on our individual and collective experiences. Family narratives and stories play a significant role in transmitting thought patterns across generations. The stories we hear about our ancestors, their struggles, triumphs, and values shape our own sense of identity and our understanding of the world. These narratives can instill beliefs about success, failure, relationships, and other aspects of life that can influence our own choices and behaviors. These stories can also carry emotional weight, shaping our emotional responses to similar situations. Cultural norms and values also contribute to the transmission of thought patterns. Each culture has its own set of beliefs, customs, and practices that are passed down through generations. These cultural influences shape our understanding of what is acceptable and unacceptable behavior, what is considered success or failure, and what is valued in society. These cultural norms can influence our individual thought patterns and shape our perceptions of reality. Understanding the influence of culture can help us to appreciate the diversity of human experience. The intergenerational transmission of thought patterns highlights the profound interconnectedness between generations. By recognizing the influence of our ancestors' experiences and the cultural narratives we inherit, we can gain a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. This awareness can empower us to challenge limiting beliefs, break free from negative patterns, and create a more positive and fulfilling future for ourselves and future generations. It allows us to become more conscious agents in shaping our own realities.